What's going on? It's your host. It's your boy Chaze Barnes. Welcome back to the night audit. If it's your first time being here, please give yourself a hand clap. Matter of fact, I will do it for you all. Give me just a second. Okay, we're gonna change my background a little bit. Ooh, we got some news for y'all. So I had a story that when I did I recorded, I think it was Monday or Tuesday with the white. I think it was Monday. It was Monday. Monday's episode. I thought I put this video in the queue until I realized when I was finishing up the segments and stuff. I was like, dang. I was like, oh man, we're gonna have to talk about it because it's a video that came out 5 days ago. But yeah, so we are going to. I'm going to share a quick video with you all real quick. It's your first time being here, yeah, hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, put on your notifications. Give me a second. I'm over here struggling. All right. Struggle screaming. Okay. All right. Boom. We're going to change this. Boom. How a worker fooled the CDC counts a payable. So we're going to bring this story right to you all right now.
Supervisor at the CDC has pleaded guilty to stealing more than $190,000. The U.S. District Attorney's Office of Northern Georgia says Gwendolyn Brandon embezzled the money by using her leadership position to create fake invoices. Fox 5's Tara Jabor has the story.
A former supervisor here at the CDC pled guilty to theft of government funds. The U.S. District Attorney's Office says the woman stole the money over the course of about a year and a half. 43-year-old Gwendolyn Brandon pleaded guilty to stealing over $190,000 from her former employer, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention.
Fabricated more than 40 invoices to the CDC demanding payment in various amounts ranging from a few $1,000s to just under $10,000. And the net result was that Miss Brandon managed to embezzle over $190,000.
The U.S. District Attorney's Office says through the investigation, they found out that Brandon used her knowledge of how the CDC pays invoices to carry out the crime.
Based on her role, she had the ability to make credit card payments with basically a significant amount of authority without a lot of oversight, as long as the amounts were less than $10,000.
First Assistant U.S. Attorney Nathan Kitchen says the CDC started noticing discrepancies. Investigators say that she stole taxpayer money from August of 2023 to February of 2025.
He was able to circumvent those checks and evade detection, at least at the initial level. But of course, the CDC, over time, they were able to discover the underlying fraud and quickly report it to law enforcement.
Brandon resigned from the CDC. She cannot apply for a job or do business with the federal government ever again. Kitchen says the sentencing could range from 1 to 10 years in prison.
Once it was discovered, I think it was swift justice. It was just an extended period of time because of the cleverness of the scheme where she was able to embezzle these funds.
And Brandon will be sentenced in September. We'll, of course, keep you updated. Reporting in Atlanta, Tara Jabor, Fox 5 News.
All right, so we're going to get this off the screen here. So I did a little bit of digging on the average salary for a supervisor at the CDC. And it's up there. So we're going to say, all right, I'm just going to say average salary for CDC employees in 2023 says about $98,988, which is higher than the national average for government employees. Now, I might need to pare it down a little bit. I might say, wow, okay. I'm going to say, because Atlanta. Okay, so the average supervisor, CDC supervisor that works in Atlanta, sorry, I'm sorry to say live in Atlanta, both. The average salary is $79,290 per year, with the salary ranging from $57,600 to $106,000. Sorry, $106 through $106, $106,300. The best paid 25% earned around $106,876, while the lowest paid 25% made around $82,646. Okay, so I'm just gonna bury the lead. We already know we already know which demographic it was. When they get into power, more likely than not, especially with government jobs, there's a chance they're gonna gotta skim off the top. And I'm not saying that white people don't do it; they certainly do it, but more times than not in this case right now, because they weren't no mugshot, but we use our context clues. We're gonna put our profiling hat on this one. Okay. So I don't get it. I'm not for stealing. This is not the first time. This is not the second time. It's not the third time. Would she do any jail time? Probably not. If so, it may be a year. It may be a year restitution, probation. You can't work for the federal government no more. So the best thing you probably can do is just slide on onto the private sector or whatnot. But either which way, I don't know, when somebody scheme, okay, because you knew the system in and out. It's like, what financial duress you was under to possess you to steal almost $200,000, 190,000 plus. But what drove you? What was the factors? Let's see. I'm gonna just say, we're just gonna Google it. What are some factors that may cause someone to scheme? I know we could think of one already. Financial stress. I would say financial stress and lifestyle demands, addictions, compulsions. It's never good because it's not a victimless crime, right? It's not a victimless crime at all. But don't nobody physically get hurt. Let me go back on the screen. Don't nobody get physically hurt in this situation, but still you took a little bit here and there. Now, even taking $1 would have been too much. Okay, I don't get it. I don't understand why people just feel the need they got to steal from other people. Again, I'm not saying, listen, financial stress, because it's fine, bills and debts and stuff like that, but get a second job. Maybe, look for a different position or something like that. Now, we don't know whether or not that was happening behind the scenes or whatnot, or they just probably got denied, whatever the case may be. But I would say just took a second job to make ends meet. We don't know if she was married. We don't know, but working for the federal government it's a very cushy job. But now you're not gonna be able to work for the federal government no more. You got to work, and whatever your financial problems were, or gambling issues, whatever the case may be, they more likely didn't just go away. They didn't go away at all. So I know this is not the first time. This ain't gonna be the second time. I'm pretty sure we're gonna have more stories like this or whatnot. But yeah, it's not good. It's never good. All these agencies, they gotta be audited anyway because it happens. And plus, she knew the oversight. There was lack of oversight, right? There was lack of oversight to the point when she took the first $2,000. It should have been a hello. And maybe I'm not saying that this is when I say this, I'm not in any shape or way condoning her behavior, whatnot. But maybe if you probably took 2,000, 1,000, again, it's all still bad, whatever, and all that. Still would have been a problem maybe at some point, but whatever she was trying to do, whatever number she was trying to hit, apparently it was a certain number she was trying to hit. And I don't know if she ever hit that number. I know it was $190,000, but I don't know what number she was trying to hit. But yeah, I was also reading the comments as well. That's why I was just thinking about, but I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it. Because see the thing of you know what? The morality that's the morality clause in this is it does matter where the money come from. Because it's taxpayer money. It could be taxpayer money, so contractors and vendors. You're pulling money out of somebody else's pocket that need to feed their household, pay their bills. You just taking money out there. So the money does matter. It matters where it comes from. I don't get why criminals once you get a certain number, stop. Because they already onto you. They at some point they probably got onto her because it went from 2023 to 2025. So if she probably resigned, she probably more likely not resign probably like last year somewhere. Or maybe was still on the job, was on administrative leave, whatnot, until they figure out, okay, hey, listen, we gotta let you go. You gotta resign. You got two choices. You resign, and then you resign, you still facing criminal prosecution or whatever and all that. But I doubt she'll do. We'll stay on top of the story. If September, we'll stay on top of it, but probably gonna do no. Probably gonna, if you do a year, it might be 6 months and probation, restitution. But but it matters where the money come from, peeps. It matters. I don't care if it's $1 million. I don't care if it's $2 million. I don't care if it's 100. It matters where the money come from. It makes me think about, and I know this is different, but I know I've kind of talked about it, not at length, but when I got introduced to crypto, and I understand why it's so highly volatile, how it's such high volatility towards it, and it has a higher propensity of you losing your money and you not seeing your money. And it does matter where the money comes from. You could do everything. I'm not saying people haven't made lots of money from it, whatnot, but it doesn't make the means and methods the best. Because if you win, somebody loses. So again, if you're having money problems or whatnot, the last thing you want to do in a situation like that, under such duress, is get yourself caught up criminally, because you still got to find another job. But now you're going to have a felony on your record. So now you got to explain. Now it's going to be a little bit harder for you to get the kind of job that you ain't going to probably have no supervisor position no more that has anything to do with payroll. You can go ahead and hang that up. Okay. Hang it up. So what was probably your best paying job is no longer there, no longer available no more. You're going to have to really, 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 in the eyes of the people, in the eyes of the Lord, really show that you're trustworthy with money again. Because in this case right here, you wasn't trustworthy. You like the words say, be faithful of little, and so you can be faithful of a little with greater responsibility. And you can't be trusted. You paying me 5 extra hours my paycheck, and I'm like, and then he was like, oh hey, but it's like, then down the road, HR come back and say, hey, we got to take some money out of your check because your supervisor was paying you an extra 5 hours every time you got paid. So just don't steal. Don't be her. And if anybody else, again, because I know there's plenty of stories like this, but again, just take a second job. You know what I mean? Cut back expenses and stuff like that. But if you was in a house that you couldn't afford, sell your cars, sell off some stuff. But but that's all I got. Again, don't steal. Don't embezzle, don't do that, because they will catch you. They will catch you. And that's it. It can end your career ending, but you're not going to garner. So, but yeah. But this concludes this episode of Night Audit. This was a short one. I ain't really have anything else much to add to it. If you all will hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel. If you find this valuable, I know I didn't really give as much insight because it was a very short video. So if it was like lengthy or whatnot, I will give you more insight on it. So when you watch this upload, it will be tomorrow. So again, I will catch you all on the next one. Peace. And don't steal. dusty behavior.